Agyanadhanandasya Anandana Talakaya Chaksununmadatam Dena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namaha Om Krishna Vadaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidhi Namane. Namahom Namaste Saraswati Devi Auravani Vacharine Nidhisesa Sunyavadi Vachatjata Satarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Auravakalam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhagavati Rajaham Angolang Hayatagam Yatkitha Mahan Mande Sigadhithanam Brahmananda Maharam Sri Chaitanya Isram Hariyom Tatsat. How he saw his disciples
Srila Prabhupada had said how he saw his disciples
as representatives of his Guru.
As representatives of his Guru.
That they were sent by his Guru to help him.
That they were sent by his Guru to help him.
And so, if that's how Srila Prabhupada felt, then how much more we should feel.
So if that's how Srila Prabhupada felt, then how much more we should feel?
We should feel.
We should feel.
Because I consider myself extremely useless.
Because I consider myself extremely useless.
And so I need all of your help to execute the mission of Srila Prabhupada.
And so I need all of your help to execute the mission of Srila Prabhupada.
In fact, not only the Diksha and Shiksha disciples, but others as well.
In fact, not only the Diksha and Shiksha disciples, but others as well.
Many have said they would like to help me realize the mission of Srila Prabhupada.
Many have said they would like to help me realize the mission of Srila Prabhupada.
And some of them are doing amazing service.
And some of them are doing amazing service.
Some people lament that they feel their Guru or Srila Prabhupada didn't give them any instructions.
Some people lament because they feel that their Guru or Srila Prabhupada did not give them any personal instructions.
But everybody, all my Diksha disciples, in their vows, the fifth vow is that they'll help me with executing Prabhupada's mission.
But all of my Diksha disciples have their vows, and the fifth vow is that they help me execute Srila Prabhupada's mission.
And so you think that's a very innocent instruction.
So you think that is a very innocent instruction.
But if you really know that instruction, there's so much that he asked me to do.
There's so much that he asked me to do.
And later I'll have Maharaja read out some of the instructions.
Later I will have Mahavaraha read out some of the instructions.
Some disciples come to me and say, please give me a personal instruction I can carry with me my whole life.
Some of the disciples come to me and say, please give me a personal instruction that I can carry with me my whole life.
But there are so many instructions included in that one. That first, which of those they want to do.
But there are so many instructions that are included in this fifth vow. First of all, which of those do you want to do?
Books. The congregational preaching. The
Mayapur Temple. Mayapur Development. Coromandel Bhumi Development.
So
I won't tell them all.
I keep finding out I keep remembering new ones all the time.
I'm remembering new ones all the time.
So there are so many instructions that Prabhupada gave me.
So there are so many instructions that Prabhupada gave me.
And if you help with one or more, I'll be very grateful.
And if you help with one or more, I will be very grateful.
Like Prabhupada told me to distribute 10,000 big books.
Like Prabhupada told me to distribute 10,000 big books.
And 100,000 small books.
And 100,000 small books.
Every month. So obviously, it's not possible for me alone.
So obviously, it is not possible for me alone.
So different devotees help me.
So different devotees help me.
Either they sponsor the books or they distribute the books, and they're very merciful. They pray to Prabhupada that we're doing this as assistance to Jayapataka Swami.
Either they sponsor the books or they say to Prabhupada, they distribute the books, and they say to Prabhupada that we are doing this to help Jayapataka Swami.
Fulfill his instruction that you gave.
Fulfill his instruction that you gave him.
Those devotees can keep the book scores, no problem.
And those devotees can keep the book scores, no problem.
But they just help me that I fulfill that instruction of Prabhupada.
But they can just help me that I fulfill this instruction of Prabhupada.
Of course, Prabhupada would say, double it every year.
Of course, Prabhupada would say, double it every year.
So I started to double that. Then, wow.
So if I started to double that, then wow.
I'm just keeping the minimum principle.
I'm just keeping the minimum principle.
Like that, there are so many instructions
Like that, there are so many instructions.
And I need a lot of help.
And I need to have a lot of help.
So somebody helps with the shard distribution, others help with the book distribution, someone else with the Mayapur temple building.
Some help with the prasad distribution, some help with the book distribution, some help with the Mayapur temple and the building.
And then basically, Prabhupada one time or other told me to do all the things.
Basically, at one time or another, Prabhupada told me to do all of the things.
More or less.
More or less.
He told me to drive the bullocks.
He told me to drive bullocks.
So I found that bullocks, they're people.
So I found out bullocks, they are people.
And humans and bullocks can talk to each other.
And humans and bullocks can talk to each other.
But a human being changes them in certain minimum commands.
As a human being has certain minimum commands
that a bullock can learn.
That a bullock can learn.
So turn right, turn left, watch your feet, turn around.
Turn right, turn left, turn around, watch your feet.
So now I don't know bullock language. Krishna knows all the languages.
Now I don't know bullock language. Krishna knows all of the languages.
And he can talk to lions, tigers, bullocks, cows, in their own language.
He talked to lions and tigers and bullocks and cows in their own language.
So it's just some basic bullock human commands that I learned.
But they're just some basic bullock human commands that I learned.
And they're one way in Bengal, some other way in America.
They're one way in Bengal and they're some other way in America.
In Bengal, you want them to turn right, you go dun 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 dun.
In Bengal, if you want them to turn right, you go jai dun 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 dun.
Dun dun. Dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
You want them to turn left? If you want them to turn left.
If you want them to turn left,
you go blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah. Turn left.
If you want them to turn around.
If you want them to turn around,
you say gore 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 gore.
You say gore 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 gore. That one I know.
And if they get too close to the plow.
And if they get too close to the plow,
tell them.
You tell them?
Plow 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 plow.
Plow 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 plow. Plow. I'm only good with the English.
So, totally different commands that the American farmers have taught them.
So there's probably different commands that the American farmers have taught them.
But somehow they respond.
But somehow they respond.
If they're trained.
If they're trained.
I heard the elephants have 26 commands.
I heard that elephants have 26 commands.
And the elephant handler, he can command them in 26 different ways.
And the elephant handler, he can command them in 26 different ways.
But you have to train them when they're a baby.
But you have to train them when they're a baby.
So, give them, raise up the trunk.
So, you can raise up their trunk.
I give you the command.
By giving them the command.
Salam, salam.
Salam, salam.
So, amongst animals and humans, there's not that much communication.
So amongst animals and humans, there's not that much communication.
But amongst humans to humans, we have more.
But amongst humans to humans, we have more.
So, that's why this human form of life is especially useful for spiritual advancement.
So that's why this human form of life is especially useful for spiritual advancement.
So, you have all visited 8,400,000 species of life.
So you have all visited 8,400,000 species of life.
And now you have reached the human form.
And now you have reached the human form.
So we want to make the best use of this human form of life.
So we want to make the best use of this human form of life.
So is Mom around here? Do you have the computer?
Mahavraha has the computer.
So here's some of the instructions. Let's see which one you would like to help with, or which one.
So here are some of the instructions, and just see which one you would like to help with.
Which ones?
Which ones you would like to help with.
To get rose every day and offer to Srila Prabhupada to increase his longevity. To make a road to the Ganges, so Srila Prabhupada, could take bath every day. But of course now the Ganges has moved so close. To chant 16 rounds and follow 4 principles. I give you the spiritual world and you develop it. To make a city of 25,000 to 50,000 people can live in. Build and help to build the temple of Vedic planetarium. Accommodate brahmacharis and grihasthas in Mayapur. Think big. While living in Calcutta temple, Srila Prabhupada said that if Srila Prabhupada, leaves his body in Vrindavan, then his Sarira Samadhi has to be built in Vrindavan and a Pushpa Samadhi in Mayapur. If he leaves his body in Mayapur, then his Sarira Samadhi in Mayapur and Pushpa Samadhi in Vrindavan. And then Guru Maharaj was made as a lifetime chairman of Bhaktivedanta Swami Charity Trust. And then to develop Navadip Dham, to develop Gaur-Mandal Bhumi, to unite the Saraswat family of Gaudiya Vaishnavas, to preach in Bangladesh and Nepal, to be part and serve the GBC. And then this is regarding Calcutta. We should not give up preaching in Calcutta city, which is my birthplace. To develop Srila Prabhupada's birthplace, to build 10 temples in Calcutta in the future. Calcutta Radha should be made the biggest Radha in the world. To build a nice temple for Radha Govinda in Calcutta. To have a boat service from Calcutta to Mayapur with a stop in Panihati. And then to have 24 hours Kirtan in Mayapur. Preserve the original grass hut in Mayapur, to learn Bengali and preach in Bengali, because that Srila Prabhupada told Guru Maharaj and Trivikrama Swami also. Srila Prabhupada told, at least preserve what I have done. If you could expand, it is very good. While in Mayapur, help His Holiness Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj to develop the preaching in Orissa, build temple in Puri. And then Srila Prabhupada once told that you, sannyasis, should take the curse of traveling and preaching unlimitedly. At this time, Guru Maharaj was the only sannyasi who was present. In another occasion, he told the same thing as above. That time, another sannyasi was there along with Guru Maharaj.
Peace around the world.
Srila Prabhupada told Guru Maharaj to be respectful to his god brothers. Srila Prabhupada told Guru Maharaj that we should have our own place in Calcutta before Srila Prabhupada arrival. And then he said, learn Bengali and become Indian citizen. To distribute 10,000 big books and 100,000 small books in a month. Publish books, since at that time Guru Maharaj was the BBT trustee, to travel and preach unlimitedly.
Travel around the world and expand the Krishna conscious propaganda preaching unlimited.
To travel around the world and to expand.
To extend on a separate occasion, he told this thing, extend the Krishna conscious propaganda preaching unlimitedly.
Expand the Krishna conscious preaching propaganda unlimitedly.
Just in his summit.
Just me, he told.
So now it's just a take the curse and travel around the world.
Sannyasis should take the curse and travel around the world. Develop congregational preaching. To make 50,000 disciples.
There's more, but that's enough, I guess.
There's more, but that's enough, I guess.
Keep me a little busy.
It'll keep me a little busy.
It's to keep all of you busy.
It's to keep all of you busy.
He also told me to develop, to grow our own food as I grew in my work.
He also told me
To grow our own food in Mayapur.
He also told me to grow our own food in Mayapur. He allowed me to grow our own food in Mayapur.
Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he said he can't do it. He's a foreigner.
Tamal Krishna Maharaj said he can't do it. He's a foreigner.
I said, give me a chance, I can do it.
And I said, give me a chance. I can do it.
So Prabhupada said, all right, do it.
Prabhupada said, all right, do it.
So I grew tomatoes,
So I grew tomatoes,
peanuts,
peanuts,
wing beans,
red beans,
wing beans,
green beans,
wing beans,
wing beans,
a special Australian wing bean,
a special Australian wing bean,
rice,
rice,
wheat,
wheat,
oats,
oats,
Radish.
Radish.
Another radish. They made the devotees very emotional.
I remember radish made the devotees very emotional.
They said, Maharaj, no more radish, no more radish.
They said, no, Maharaj, no, no.
Because we ate whatever we grew.
Because we ate whatever we grew.
And a little piece of land can grow tons of radish.
And a little piece of land can grow tons of radish.
Radish spinach and radish fresh and radish cooked.
Radish spinach and radish fresh and radish cooked.
So everyday radish.
Everyday radish.
Another.
Please, no more radish.
That's the thing of growing your own food. When the food is in season, you eat that.
That's the thing about growing your own food. When the food is in season, you eat that.
You don't have food shipped in from California.
You don't have food shipped to you from California.
It's right there, you grow it, eat it.
It's right there, you grow it and you eat it.
It's all kinds of vegetables.
All kinds of vegetables.
So I learned how to grow all these.
So I learned how to grow all of these.
Anyway, are there any, so this is the lead on how you can help me. Any of these items, if you're doing, you're helping me. And there may be more, because it's not an exhaustive list.
So this is the lead up, how you are helping me. And any of these items, if you're doing me, that's wonderful. And you could be doing more.
That's helping me.
That's helping me.
And there could be more items that I didn't mention.
There could be more items on the list that I didn't mention.
That's why when someone asks, please give me an instruction. Question, complete these, and then I give them.
So that's why when someone asks, please give me an instruction,
First, complete these.
first complete these, and then I'll give you.
Any question?
Any questions?
Any comments?
Comments? Maybe someone can take this wireless mic and I'll use one of the mics that are wired.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Dhanyavad.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj, we all see that you are so wonderfully following all the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. Can you please give us the tips how we should follow this? We very grateful to you for sharing us this instructions. Please give us the tips and some guidance how we can really fulfill this instructions the way you are doing so wonderfully.
You see, I was thinking this morning, because I didn't know what the topic was. They just said, it's toasting.
I was reading this morning because I was thinking this morning because I didn't know what the topic was. It just said Ishtagosti.
But since it said the orders of Prabhupada's mission, then I wrote that, and I spoke about that.
And it said the orders of Prabhupada, or Prabhupada's mission. And so I wrote that, I spoke about that.
Since I joined in 1968,
Since I've joined in 1968,
all the instructions of Prabhupada are also my duty to execute.
all the instructions of Srila Prabhupada are my duty to execute.
Of course, also all of yourselves.
Of course, also all of yourselves.
But most of these were very much personal instructions also made to me.
But most of these were also very much personal instructions made to me.
Now, you asked, any tips?
Now you asked any tips.
You see, those who live in a temple,
Those who live in a temple,
their lives are regulated by the temple schedule and the temple president.
their lives are regulated by the temple schedule and the temple president.
What time they rise, what time they sleep,
What time they rise, what time they sleep,
what the program is, what the service is.
what time the program is, what the service is.
However, being the minister of congregational preaching
However, being the minister of congregational preaching
or congregational development, community development,
or congregational development, community development,
we see that grihastas,
we see that grihastas,
they're responsible to make up their own schedule in many places.
they are responsible to make up their own schedule in many places.
They live far from the temple,
They live far from the temple,
or they may sleep late,
or they may sleep late,
get up a little later.
get up a little later.
Like this, they have to adjust.
Like this, they have to adjust.
So it's also important that they adjust everything into a Krishna conscious harmony.
So it's also important that they adjust everything into a Krishna conscious harmony.
So I was thinking how it's very important that each devotee does everything in as Krishna conscious way as possible.
So I was thinking how it's very important that each devotee does everything in as Krishna conscious a way as possible.
That means if you're going shopping,
That means if you're going shopping,
you think,
you think,
what will Krishna like?
what will Krishna like?
Or what can I offer to Krishna which will inspire the devotees?
What can I offer to Krishna that will inspire the devotees?
To inspire my family members
To inspire my family members
in Krishna consciousness.
in Krishna consciousness.
Somehow everything we do, we should make it more and more Krishna conscious.
Somehow everything we do, we should make it more and more Krishna conscious.
And those who are working, that's kind of neutral.
And those who are working, that's kind of neutral.
And Krishna says that a grihasta can maintain himself and his family by working.
Krishna says that a grihasta can maintain himself and his family by working.
And that there's no karma for that.
And there's no karma for that.
Of course, if one's work is animal slaughter,
Because if one's work is
but if one's work is animal slaughter,
But if one's work is animal slaughter,
obviously that has karma. Obviously that has a karma.
obviously that has a karma.
Similarly, selling intoxication.
Similarly, selling intoxication
Gambling.
or gambling.
I had a disciple.
I had a disciple. I have a disciple.
His job is to watch TV cameras
His job is to watch TV cameras
and find out thieves are gambling at the casino.
and find out thieves for gambling at the casino.
And then if they steal, he tells the guards.
And then if they steal, he tells the guards.
He doesn't gamble.
But he doesn't gamble.
He just catches thieves.
He just catches thieves.
So I thought, well, he's not doing karma.
So I thought, well, he's not doing karma.
Like this. There are different activities which are in that particular industry, but they may not be directly involved.
Like this, there are particular activities that may be within that industry, but they are not involved directly.
Prabhupada wrote to Vasudev Das in Fiji.
Prabhupada wrote to Vasudev Das in Fiji.
Their family had a grocery store,
Their family had a grocery store,
and he was one of 5 brothers.
and he was one of 5 brothers.
Well, what I remember. And so Prabhupada said, don't take any money on the meat or the alcohol sales.
And Prabhupada said, don't take any money from the meat or the alcohol sales.
If you have to take, you give that to temple or give that to prasadam distribution. Don't take it for your family.
If you have to take, then give it directly to the temple or for prasadam distribution. Don't give it to your family.
Because that money is tainted with bad karma.
Because that money is tainted with bad karma.
Breakfast cereals, other things, it's okay.
Breakfast cereals, other things, that's okay.
So Prabhupada was very specific and very what they could do, what they couldn't do.
So Prabhupada was very specific about what they could do and what they couldn't do.
But every devotee tries to be more and more Krishna conscious. And everything they do, that will be very pleasing to me.
But if every devotee tries to be more and more Krishna conscious in everything that they do, that will be very pleasing to me.
Actually, Krishna as our super soul, he sees everything we do.
Actually, Krishna as our super soul, he sees everything that we do.
And we have to be very straightforward with him.
And we have to be very straightforward with him.
We can't cheat in any way.
We can't cheat him in any way.
Because if we cheat him, we'll cheat, not him.
Because if we cheat him, we are cheated, not him.
There's a saying in Bengali.
There's a saying in Bengali.
You shouldn't drink water in English, but I'm translating it. It's in English, I'm translating it.
It's in English, I'm translating it.
Don't drink water underwater on a fast day.
Don't drink water underwater on a fast day.
You understood?
You understood?
Yeah. Some days are Nirjala Ekadasi. Some days
are Nirjala Ekadasi.
And Nirjala. You're not fasting from water.
Nirjala means you're fasting from water.
But you have bathed in some holy river like Ganges.
But if you bathed in some holy river like the Ganges,
and then you take a dip,
and then you take a dip,
and you're underwater,
you think no one's watching here.
You think no one's watching here.
Come up.
Who is cheating?
Who has seen you? Who's cheating?
Krishna will see. We're not trying to impress anybody else.
Krishna will see. We're not trying to impress anyone else.
We want to satisfy Krishna.
We want to satisfy Krishna.
And that's my tip. Try to satisfy Krishna, the Guru, and everything you do.
So that is my tip. Try to satisfy Krishna and Guru in everything that you do.
Nice.
Next.
Hare Krishna. Maharaji, as Prabhupada gave you instructions mostly about Mayapur, when Prabhupada was here, he gave us very clear instructions to develop this farm, to produce food, milk and honey. And over the years, people have tried, but we are not very successful. We tried many methods to attract people, attract devotees to come over here and engage in farm activities, but we have failed so far. Is there any way we could, by your influence or by your examples of sannyasis and other dignitaries who come here, if they lead the way, and somehow sannyasis, if they give up their danda and take up the plow to till the land and show us an example that how we can fulfill the dreams of Prabhupada. Thank you.
What's that?
Who is that? What's your name, Prabhu?
Jagdish Bansal, also known as Jagannath Das.
Just for the benefit of others who don't know you.
Just for the benefit of others who don't know you.
See, that way I'm useless now.
See, in that way I am useless now.
I can hardly walk.
I can hardly walk.
Here there are 1,200 acres.
Here there are 1,200 acres.
About 3 by 2 kilometers.
About 3 by 2 kilometers.
1.5 by 1 mile.
1.5 by 1 miles.
So, before people grew, but the devotees didn't buy.
So before people grew, but the devotees didn't buy.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Now, big growers like Monsanto that growing genetically changed seeds.
Now the big growers like Monsanto are growing genetically changed seeds.
And some of those seeds they mix animal genes with plant genes.
And some of those seeds they mix animal genes with plant genes.
Fish genes with plant genes.
Fish genes with plant genes.
Even the fruits you take, even the vegetables are partially non-veg.
So now even the vegetables are partially non-veg.
And many people don't want to take those.
And many people don't want to take those.
So I think if you have some policy of going on the land,
So I think if we have some policy of growing on the land
we promote it,
and we promote it,
we may get some devotees to take this challenge.
we may get some devotees to take this challenge.
There's a system in India called sharecropping,
There's a system in India called sharecropping,
where the person who gives the land
where the person who keeps the land
gives it,
gives it,
loans it,
loans it,
or licenses it.
or licenses it.
He gets a certain percentage, and the person who grows, he gets another percentage.
He gets a certain percentage, and the person who grows, he gets another percentage.
So that means you don't need much capital,
So that means you don't need much capital.
and to have seeds which are not genetically changed
And to have seeds which are not genetically changed
and organic,
and organic.
they'll get a top price.
We would get a top price.
Plus, the DVs and the devotees, they should try to get such food.
Plus the deities and the devotees, they should try and get such food.
So, people have a small plot. The neighbor's plots can go over and ruin your seeds.
So if people have a small plot, the neighbor's plots can blow over with the genetically changed seeds and ruin your seeds.
So, this land is big enough to have all around the borders of the land have trees for a certain number of feet.
So this land is big enough that all around the land we can have a border of trees for a certain number of feet,
So that the seeds in the center will not be spoiled.
so that the seeds in the center will not be spoiled.
So, I don't think you should give up. I think more people would be open to this possibility now.
So I don't think you should give up. I think more people will be open to this possibility now.
We heard a story just a day or two ago. The Talavan said, I think Tejas Prabhu was saying that at least the people, they might not be devotees, but they will learn to live in a Krishna conscious environment.
We heard some story a day or two ago, I believe it was from Tejas Prabhu, and Srila Prabhupada said that at least the people, they may not be devotees, but they will learn to live in a Krishna conscious environment.
As far as sannyasis giving up the danda and the line,
As far as sannyasis giving up the danda and plowing,
if they sleep during Bhagavatam class, that's a good idea.
if they
Sleep during Bhagavatam class.
if they sleep during Bhagavatam class, that's a good idea.
But if they don't sleep, then it's better that they promote the farm.
But if they don't sleep, then better that they promote the farm
And try to get your farmers.
and try to get your farmers.
But what do the sannyasis say?
What do some of the sannyasis say?
I saw in some old photos, Guru Maharaj holding, same time he was sannyasi and he was plowing in the farm. So sannyasi means he can do everything, you don't have to give sannyasi danda and go and plow on the. Guru Maharaj he was farming in Mayapur without giving danda.
I have seen photographs of His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj also working the land in Gita Nagari, wearing orange overalls and a hat, and he's doing what needs to be done. So yes, he can do anything in Srila Prabhupada's service. To come back to the point Jagdish Prabhu was saying, because I live at New Talavan, I feel the need to say this. Yes, we here at New Talavan, we do want this farm to become a very flourishing, thriving, bustling farm community. We want more and more people to buy into this idea of self-sufficient, simple living. And those of us here, very few of us, we are trying our level best in our own small, humble way to start self-sufficiency projects. If you talk to other New Talavan devotees, you will find that some little things are going on. But really, we need people. We badly need people who will come and who will take to this way of life, who will invest in New Talavan, who are prepared to live without the glamour and the facilities of city life, because they want to have a sattvic lifestyle, because they believe that this will help their children. And I'm very happy to say that one young gentleman, his name is Anantaram Prabhu, he's a PhD in mathematics. He's moving with his wife, who is an organic gardener, and they have 4 little children, and they're starting a school right here in New Talavan. Their idea is to have a school right from kindergarten to K-12. And hopefully it will go on to become, as Bhakti Raghav Swami, His Holiness Bhakti Raghav Swami, a Vaishnav college where Varnashram training and our people can get trained in this way of life. Prabhupada wants a whole parallel economy, education, security system, everything for devotees. And we want to make that happen. So we want to attract more and more young blood who will invest in New Talavan, who will give their best to Srila Prabhupada and become very happy in the process, because New Talavan is beautiful. It's a beautiful place, it's very peaceful, it's very wonderful, and if you come and stay here for just one weekend, you will see how wonderful it is to live here the rest of your life. Please consider it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the wonderful invitation.
Thank you for the wonderful invitation.
At least we sannyasis are too old. She wants young blood.
But these sannyasis, they are too old. She wants young blood.
I was seeing out of my window, and when I was visiting the huts, I was watching in the grass hut.
I was seeing out my window when I was visiting Nama huts. I saw a grass hut.
No, I was in the grass hut.
I was in a grass hut,
Looking out the window.
looking out the window.
There was a grandmother,
And there was a grandmother,
a daughter,
a daughter,
a granddaughter.
and a granddaughter.
And they were making their own flat rice.
And they were making their own flat rice.
The grandmother, she must have been in her 50s or so.
Now the grandmother, she must have been in her 50s or so.
But she was very skinny, very healthy.
But she was very senior, very healthy. Skinny, very skinny and healthy.
Everybody, all good health.
Everybody, all good health.
So, the grandmother would step on the wooden log
So the grandmother would step on the wooden log
and leave her foot off.
and take her foot off.
The log would crash down,
And the log would crash down.
and mother had put, when the log was up, mother had put in the soaked rice,
And while the log was up, the mother had put down the soaked rice.
and when the log came down, it flattened all the rice.
And when the log came down, it flattened all the rice.
And then the grandmother lifted the log up.
And then the grandmother lifted the log up.
The granddaughter scooped the rice out.
The granddaughter scooped the rice out.
Mother threw the rice in.
The mother put the soaked rice in.
Boom!
Boom!
Smash!
Smash.
And it's going da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Like a rhythm is going on.
It was like a rhythm going on.
I thought in America they sit in front of TV. We always get tapped. They take money and go to the gym. We're out.
I thought that in America they sit for hours in front of the TV and then they pay money and go to the gym.
Here they make their breakfast cereal, fresh, and no need of paying gym.
Here they make their breakfast cereal fresh and no need of paying the gym.
So, if you find any young people who are frustrated with genetically changed grains and all the genetically changed vegetables, send them here.
So if you find any young people that are frustrated with the genetically changed grains, the genetically changed vegetables, then bring them here.
Or any other Krishna conscious farm.
Or any other Krishna conscious farm.
I heard that Prabhupada was saying that Detroit had the millions of people out of jobs.
I heard Prabhupada was saying that in Detroit there would be millions of people without jobs.
And that ISKCON should have some farms there.
And that ISKCON should have some farms there.
To provide food for all these people.
To provide food for all of these people.
And even they may not be devotees, they would live a Krishna conscious lifestyle.
And they may not be devotees, but they would live a Krishna conscious lifestyle.
Nice.
Next.
I just
When is lunch?
When is lunch? So maybe last question, Guru Maharaj?
All right.
the last question is really simple. Your service of having 50,000 disciples, I just wondered if you've surpassed that already, or how close are you? Does Mahaprabhu know, or does someone know how many disciples you have?
I think, here we go yet.
I think I have a few to go yet.
All this is they're trying to figure out what they crushed the program.
They had this program to figure out, but then they crashed the program.
So more than half, less than the total.
So more than half, but less than the total.
I'm not trying to figure it out.
I'm going to try to figure it out.
I was just in Mayapur, and Madhavi Kirti, Congregational Development Ministry lady in Mayapur, she said that Maharaj has 37,000 disciples so far.
Haribol.
Haribol!
Don't tell me how she knows.
Don't tell me how she knows.
She's tell the office.
To tell the office.
Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj, I have one question. Guru Maharaj, how can we solve Prabhupada mission, Grihastha family? How can we solve?
Yeah, what?
We are Grihastha family. How can we solve Guru Prabhupada mission? Grihastha, how can they solve Prabhupada mission?
How can Grihastas serve Srila Prabhupada's mission?
As I was saying that doing everything in a Krishna conscious way.
That's why I was saying, do everything in a Krishna conscious way.
Also, give as your house says, if you have extra money, you can give to the TLDP, a local temple.
Also, with all of your extra money, you can give to the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium or to the local temple.
If you have no extra money, then give some seva.
If you have no extra money, then give some seva.
Some people are, some grihastas, they're electricians, so they can do some electrical work for the temple.
Some grihastas, they are like electricians, so they can do some electrical work for the temple.
But say that they can't do anything, at least if you make your children Krishna conscious.
But say that they can't do anything, then at least you can make your children Krishna conscious.
Or one time Prabhupada said, at least stay together.
One time Prabhupada said, at least stay together.
So, as your hostas, you have this great opportunity to make devotees who are born in Krishna consciousness.
So as grihastas, you have this great opportunity to make devotees who are born in Krishna consciousness.
But they are not automatic. They need any TLC.
But they are not automatic. They need TLC.
So by your good example, the children will be inspired.
So if you are a good example, then your children will be inspired.
But this could vary from family to family.
But this could vary from family to family.
So see that 5-minute darshan and come with your daily schedule. How are you doing Krishna consciousness now? And I'll see that.
So for all Grihastha families that are coming to the 5-minute darshan with Guru Maharaj, if you can bring your schedule of your day, then he will be able to see how you're doing Krishna conscious currently.
What things, how many things to do now, Krishna conscious.
This way he will be able to see now how many things you are doing Krishna conscious.
Are you offering to your deities?
Are you offering to your deities?
You cook for Krishna.
Do you cook for Krishna?
You buy. Do you shop for Krishna?
Do you shop for Krishna?
Do you train your children in Krishna Bhakti?
Do you train your children in Krishna Bhakti?
Do you attend the Namahat or Bhakti Riksha groups?
Do you attend the Namahat or Bhakti Riksha group?
Do you attend the temple?
Do you attend to the temple program?
What things you do which are Krishna conscious?
What things you do which are Krishna conscious?
What things you could do?
What things you could do
but you're not doing?
but you are not doing? enough.